A piece of NASA history has just touched down here in the Miami Valley. The equipment that is used to train space shuttle crews for years arrived less than an hour ago at the National Museum for the U.S. Air Force. Wale Aliu is live with why the crew compartment trainer is so important to the area.
Shannon, there is a lot of excitement here at the Wright-Patt Air Force Base because of this. This is the crew compartment trainer that astronauts trained on for 30 years, and it just arrived here just a little bit ago. This thing is the real deal. It has flight deck and mid-deck switches, connections, protective devices, you name it. Now, this CCT-1 arrived on the Super Guppy aircraft here at the Wright-Patt Air Force Base around 5:15 this afternoon. It was originally scheduled to land at 4 o'clock, but it had to make a stop in Little Rock, Arkansas to refuel. For the CCT-1 inside of the Guppy, this is only the beginning. For the next year, this museum will be surrounding the CCT with more tools and gadgets, and once completed, the public will be able to go in and see exactly where astronauts learn to fly space shuttles.
And because that thing was used for about 30 years to train just about every astronaut that went through most of that program, it's an important way for us to say, here's what the Air Force and NASA did to make human spaceflight possible for the last 30 years.
Now, the reason they call this aircraft the Guppy is because if you look at it, it looks like a pregnant fish. It's a very strange-looking aircraft. We spoke with the pilot who has flown the Guppy in the past, and he says it's a heavy and demanding aircraft to fly. You'll hear more from him tonight on ABC 22 at 11. Back here, we're just right off the runway here at the Wright-Patt Air Force Base. NASA technicians will be removing that CCT-1 from the Guppy and taking it into the Cold War gallery inside the museum. That will be available to the public to view as early as Friday morning. So you'll get to get your first look at the CCT-1. For now, it's the very latest here at the Wright-Patt Air Force Museum. Wale Aliu, ABC 22 News.
Well, that brings us to our question of the day. Does getting the NASA crew compartment trainer make up for not getting the space shuttle at the Air Force Museum? You can leave your thoughts on abc22now.com under the question of the day, or always at facebook.com/ABC22Dayton.